What's going on, guys? So you saw the title and the thumbnail, not the typical video you see from me. Some of you have seen some of the little quick shorts videos that are my two personal favorites because James Oro reached out recently. They've been reaching out to several of my friends in the space. They've been working with Cuba Angel for a long time now, so that gave them instant credibility with me because I was already a little familiar with the brand from seeing his videos and his ads and such across social media. So I was intrigued immediately. They had my attention. They were interested in maybe sending some frames my way and having me do a video. And it's been a little over a month now that I've had them. I do have two personal favorites. One in particular, because no secret, I like to wear my flat bill hats. That these are the ones that are my go-to. I literally wore them yesterday. These is just totally different outside my usual comfort zone, but super fly. So we've got 4 different frame setups from James Oro right here. Super high quality stuff. Completely unbiased review because honestly, one of them is very much on a little bit more on the feminine side. That's for my wife. They ain't for me. And another pair is very situational. So you're gonna get the real rap raw from me. Just because they sent them doesn't mean it's all gonna be glaringly amazing. But some of them really are. Some high quality stuff. There's no denying that. And for the money, you're getting designer luxury quality. So let's dive into these one by one. Stay tuned. Starting with my favorites. We're going to start with the favorites right away. Here's the box presentation just to show you guys what you're going to get in your presentations. James Oro. And then the name of the glasses are right here on the bottom. The Skyline Nighthawk. These are a blue tint with gray. These are great indoors and out. If the glare is really high, admittedly, they're not the greatest for that, but they do have good UVA, UVB protection. High quality detailing when you look through these, I gotta say. You see James Oro. So a lot of detailing just to get into the glasses. These are well kept within all the stuff that comes with them. And then, of course, each one has a James Oro microfiber cloth. We'll put that to the side. Here is the case within the box with an additional sleeve. Got velvet lining, James Oro printed in there again. These, I didn't know how I would feel about these at first because I did pick a different pair and they were like, oh, we're low inventory. What do you think about these? And when they sent me the picture, I was like, ooh, those are a little bold for me. Same color scheme though, the blue tint with the gray. And I was like, I'm gonna try them and I'll be damned if these aren't my absolute favorites. So it ended up being the ones I love. This is my go-to pair. These are a heavy design. So I actually have some B-roll footage of me putting them on. Man, are these super, super, super clean. As you can see, love them with the flat bill. Here we have a more up-close look we'll do right here on camera if I can get the focus off of me and onto these beautiful shades. Let's do this, shall we? There we go. Now we got the detailing kind of coming through. You can see the little design work on the sides. Look at that framework, that kind of gunmetal color and detail. These are metal and like a resin of some sort. I forgot the exact type of material that these are. These are so fly, right? Look at that detail work up close. And from the back side where the nose seats are. So you have a little bit of detailing on there as well. You already saw them with me putting them on once, but yeah, these are clean AF. You know what I mean? Now look, I haven't worn them without a flat bill hat. They are big on my face, but they work with a flat bill. Let's see what they look like without. They're not too bad without, honestly, but it's more of a flat bill kind of thing. And because they're a larger frame, they don't really work with my curved bill hats too much. But yeah, these in particular, definitely out the box for me, ended up being my favorites because it's not something I would normally gravitate to or think to pick. It was a blessing in disguise, meant to be kind of thing where they're like, no, we're kind of low in inventory on those. I think it was the Authentic 2 in blue tint, same color scheme. And they were like, what about these Nighthawks? And I was like, They're bold. I like bold these days more and more. Let's give them a go. And I don't know about you. You may think they look crazy on me. I think they look fly as all hell. I'm definitely here for them. So my personal favorites of the bunch, the ones I literally gravitate to and wear the most, I would say probably 4 days out the week, I have these on my face. The Skyline Nighthawk aviator style. Now a strong number 2 for me. Same box presentation, so we'll slide right through this. It is the Authentic 2, their original shades. They're like tried and true frame setup, but this is the black tint Authentic 2, and they have a black and that same gunmetal gray type of theme to them. This was the first pair that I picked out. These spoke to me as something I felt would suit me and my face, and I was absolutely right. Here we'll just see me putting them on screen. Again, these are the ones I wear the second most. I would say at least 2 days a week. These are on my face depending on the outfit, depending on where I'm going. But as we can see here, let's bring up this kind of rope design. I want to get on the temple specifically because these are so fly. I need this to focus. I need you guys to see this. Look at this detailing. Look at that rope twist design. Going around the temple, the James Oro J right inside. This kind of horse bit style going around the front. Then you have that rope twist right on the nose, the bridge of the nose. These are so fly. These are more everyday traditional wear for me. I used to have some Pradas that were kind of a similar lens shape, but not quite the design with the arms and the bridge of the nose. Like I think these are more higher end look, honestly, than those Pradas that I used to have. And those Pradas, I spent about $400 on those Pradas. These you can get around $189-ish before any discounts, because you can save from the discounts down in the link down below if you want to check them out. And I would strongly encourage. The Authentic 2 as the main frame style. They got countless color combinations, lens colors, designs. You can get them iced out, which we have a CZ handset stone iced out one that we're going to look at next. That's a more situational wear for me. Gold frame with this cubic zirconia's handset. They flashy, they blingy, they fly, but they're very outfit specific for me. These are everyday wear. These I can rock with whatever. I can wear them with curved bill hat. I can rock them without the hat. They look totally fine and fresh without. They suit my face, my bald head beard combination. It really works. I feel like they're luxury meets casual because they have that dope look. They have that quality appeal, fit and feel, but they're not too much. They're not overstated. They're pronounced. They stand out a bit. They're eye-catching, but they're not overstated. Like I said, those Skyline Nighthawks, those are bold. Those stand out. Those grab attention. They always grab attention. I've gotten a handful of compliments of people asking about the shades when I was wearing them out in public, because I normally wear them when I'm going out and about. I don't wear shades like this just to drive to the gym and come home. This is when we're going to do other things out in the world. So very clean look. They're tried and true. They're staple. The Authentic 2, and I think probably, this was the first pair I picked. This is my absolute favorite pair before I actually started wearing those Nighthawks, but these are the ones I wear the second most, the Authentic 2. Now we got the iced black tint, but these are gold frame with the handset CZ stones. Now, it's still the Authentic 2. It's still that clean look. They suit my face and style really well. It's just, I don't know, the flash and the flare. I feel like I got to be stepping out in something more so than, a sleeveless t-shirt and a flat bill hat to have these on. These are very much kind of floss mode, if you will. I don't have any B-roll footage on these specifically because, man, the way the twists on the actual lenses, as you can see around the top of the lenses, there's detailing with the architecture of the lenses. The cubic zirconias are all hand set, and they have some flair. Man, these are flashy. Sorry, I'm a little shaky. A lot of caffeine this morning, but a lot of flair, a lot of flash. Very blingy, very blingy. Again, they still suit my face really, really well. They pop. In the sunlight, you got some serious sparkling. Any kind of lighting hitting them. Cubic zirconias, they're flawless, as you know. Flawless like a F color, flawless diamond beyond VVS1 and VVS2, because diamonds have flaws. Cubic zirconias do not. These lab created diamonds, so they really shine, and it's cost effective. If these were VVS1 F color diamonds, yeah, they'd be out of the price range for most, you know what I mean? Which, you get the look, you get the effect, while a quality luxury frame design. And these really pop. Again, these definitely work very well without the hat. Honestly, I think these need to be worn without the hat. Yeah, you know, a fly enough fit, not necessarily this, but a fly enough fit works with the flat bill. Again, suits my face and everything really well. These are a me kind of shade. The Authentic 2 is very me. They suit me very well. But this is the kind of framework and setup, because of the flash and the, you know, the ice bling to it, that I would want to wear something a little bit more eye-catchy with my actual overall outfit from head to toe, not just some flashy shades. It's good. The watch would have to go, not some basic white resin G-Shock. The watch would have to go with it, as well as the top, the jeans, because you can totally rock these with some jeans. But depending on the pants, what's on feet, the belt, like, it's a whole ensemble from head to toe when you're wearing something like this. In my personal opinion, some of you might be like, hey, they look totally fine, I don't know what you're talking about, I'll rock those with a t-shirt. And you totally can. But I feel like having the variety available to me, these are the more of the stepping out floss mode kind of shades, like I mentioned before. This is when you're really trying to flex, because they're flex worthy, right? They pop. So will be worn less than the other two, but kind of flyer than the other two at the same time. The Authentic 2 iced. Next we have the Nova. So the Nova is not so much a me pair of shades as much as I think these are going to suit, you know, the wife loves them. Fortunately, that worked out, because I don't know, they just have this, I don't want to say complete feminine tone to them, because they're not by any stretch of the imagination. I don't know, I don't feel like they suit me as well as the bold Skyline Nighthawk or the Authentic 2. I think it's this the pearlescent arms and the, you know, the brown and rose and gold. This is so my wife's style, more so than me. They look great on her. I mean, they don't look bad on me, but they definitely look better on her when you have kind of this rose tint, gradient lenses, sculpted to a point on the bridge of the nose, as you can see here, and then you have this ivory on the arm. Same type of architecture to the arms here on the side, and then you do have some detail work within that right here going around. If I could get it to focus directly on that, that would just be peachy, wouldn't it? There we go. So, ivory and gold. Wow. Very fly, very fresh. Not so much me. You know, like I said, they don't look bad. They don't look bad. But when my wife put them on, I was like, holy crap, those are so you and not me. I got plenty here. With these three that are definitely me, again, these don't look bad. These are a little bit dressier, because that ivory with the gold, it gives that higher end luxury look to it, and it just suits her. Her hair is of similar color to this. Her skin tone's more olive, as she's half Filipino. She's got the darker complexion in her skin tone. These really suit the wife. So any of you fellas that are looking for a dope pair for your lady, guys, these will look good on you too. They're perfectly unisex. It's not a feminine pair of fragrance content normally. Not a feminine frame. But when she put them on, because she was like, oh, I like those. Can I try those on? I was like, you absolutely can. Like, oh, those are you. After I do the video, you can totally have them. They're you. Yeah, so something about the Nova just screams Mrs. TLTG so much more than TLTG. Again, overall simplistic design, but elegant at the same time, and on the right person. Super, super fresh. I mean, again, they look fine on me, but they look fine on her. So here we go. The Nova, the last pair, the least pair, the pair that is not going to be for me. Well, that's all for the pairs and frames and different variety of styles that were sent to me by James Oro. Again, I can't believe how bold and much I love those Skyline Nighthawks. I mean, it's just, they're my favorites, and they're big on my face. And you would think, you know, just being big like that, it's like, oh, you can go like that. No, I do. I quite like them. They're different. They're different, and they are super, super fly, I think, anyways. And then the Authentic 2, you just can't go wrong. I mean, standard fare, but elite. Elite eyewear, in my opinion. So thank you, James Oro, and the rep that I'm dealing with, for sending these my way. I also love, I told the rep this because I was one of, after Angel in this space, I was one of the first they reached out to. I've just kind of put on hold because I had my competition season going on, so she understood, so I held off till now to do the video. But Tazo, Dedrick, I saw Chat Secrets got some recently. I love who they're reaching out to. It's all friends of mine as well, but it's also not the, what you guys like to call the shill over the top sellout types. These are down to earth, authentic, raw people that speak freely at all times, no matter what's going on with how something's, you know, given. If there's affiliate links, what, something being free, something was bought. You're getting the same across the board. You're getting style. You're getting authenticity. So shout outs to all of them. Covers a wide variety of faces and apparel styles and tastes, while the common denominator of, to me, of everybody they've reached out to is entertaining and original. Because of course Kuba, I think, is the spokesperson for this space when it comes to James Oro, because he was the one they worked with the longest and the original person. He was kind of their guinea pig for dealing with the fragrance niche. So shout outs to Angel. I see Angel's ads all the time because they definitely suit Angel. That's for sure, a lot of the frames. So if you're the flyboy type, man, I'm telling you, this is a brand for you. You're getting stuff on par, and in some cases better than you know, your Versace's and your Pradas and your Gucci frames and your Tom Ford frames and all that. I mean, they're getting their materials and frames and everything from the same places, and they're not quite as, they're not cheap, but they are not as expensive either to get you luxury, stylish frames that will set you apart. These ain't no gas station frames. These ain't no rack store frames. These ain't no Nevin eyewears and blenders and all that, which I enjoy. I got several frames. I like rocking them to the beach. They're very sporty, but as far as styling and profiling, James Oro is one of them brands. So thank you guys for checking out the video. There's a link in the code down below if you want to check anything out. Of course, you don't have to buy nothing to watch my videos. I just appreciate you taking the time to check out this video. I know this is not the norm for this channel. God knows what kind of views this is going to do. But I'm appreciative nonetheless, because I'm sure getting my use out of these frames. And if you end up buying some for yourself, I hope you love them just as much as I love wearing those Nighthawks and those Authentic 2s. So thank you guys for watching. Make sure to like and subscribe. We'll see you on the next one.